I was recently asked how to create multiple choice question flashcards from Excel. Some people say that you shouldn't do multiple choice questions in Anki, but I don't freaking care. So let's make some multiple choice flashcards. In this video, I'll briefly teach you the principles behind bulk creating flashcards in Excel using a simple MCQ note template example. And then I'll share a more advanced MCQ note template, as well as a tool to make it easier for you to create your own multiple choice flashcards. Let's start by taking this multiple choice question and breaking it down into its most basic units. This will help us identify each piece of information we need to keep track of in our spreadsheet. First off, we have the question stem. This contains all of the background information for the question scenario as well as the actual question we need to answer. Then we have the answer choices, and these can be further broken down into individual choices, A through D in this example, and obviously amongst these answer choices is the actual correct answer choice as well. We need to make sure we include a way of keeping track of which choice is correct. And lastly, it's just common decency to provide at least a simple explanation of why the correct answer choice is correct, along with your multiple choice questions. If we think about how we could represent each of these basic units in a multiple choice question in a spreadsheet, then we might get something that looks like this, all laid out in a single row, where each piece of information occupies its own column in a neat row like this. So this is how you could organize your spreadsheet, whether in Excel or Google Sheets or whatever program you prefer. Each column in this spreadsheet will become a field in our Anki note template. I'll have this basic example linked in the description if you want to take a closer look at it, and don't worry, I fixed the typo in the answer B column. The next important step in this process is creating an Anki note template to match up perfectly with our spreadsheet columns. You can either create your own note template, modify one that you got from somebody else, or possibly have an LLM like ChatGPT create one for your specific use case. If you would like a step-by-step walkthrough of creating your own simple MCQ note type, I'll include a link in the description to a written guide, maybe with an accompanying video. We'll see how ambitious I am. You could also just steal this simple example from me if you want, but if you wait just a few minutes, I'm going to share a much better note type that you may be more interested in using. Okay, the main idea here is that we just need to make sure that we have a field in our note template that will match up with each column in our spreadsheet. And that's the most important thing to know when it comes to bulk creating flashcards from CSV files or from spreadsheet apps. So now that we have our spreadsheet organized and a note template ready to go, the only thing left to do is to create a batch of cards and import them into Anki. So you can either manually create your multiple choice questions by hand if you're into that sort of thing, or you can borrow them from another resource, or you could have AI make some questions for you of questionable quality. I've got just a small example batch of 10 cards here that ChatGPT made for me just for demonstration purposes, but you could make as many as you need. There's no limit to the number that you can import. Once you've finished prepping your cards, you can save or export your file as a CSV UTF-8 file. This is the type of file that's compatible with Anki. Then you just drag your file into Anki. This will bring up the import interface. And here we just need to make sure that our delimiter is set to comma, as this is a comma separated value or CSV file. Confirm that you're using the correct note type and have the correct deck selected. Double check your field mapping to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. Change these fields around to make sure that they match before importing. Then click Import. And congratulations, you just bulk created a batch of multiple choice question flashcards. Okay, so now we have this very basic multiple choice question flashcard, but I know what you're thinking. This flashcard is so boring, it hurts. Luckily for you, I'm a huge nerd and I'd rather screw around making study materials than actually study them, so I went ahead and upgraded this note type and gave it some sweet new features. One of the arguments against using multiple choice flashcards is that you simply memorize the answer choice position after like 2 reviews. So I scoured the Anki forums until I found a note type created by the great Kleiner Pirate, who is an Anki forums legend. This note type uses Closet for Anki, which is a fancy TypeScript micro library stored within your collection.media folder, which allows you to do some really fancy computer magic, such as randomizing the position of your answer choices each time you review the flashcard, thereby decreasing the likelihood of you just memorizing an answer choice position. I also made some stylistic changes in this note type by adding a different font and color scheme. I gave it an image field so you can import your images directly into it if you want. See my other videos regarding HTML links if you want to learn more about doing that. And I also wanted the note type to feel more like a question bank, so I made it so you can actually select an answer before flipping the card. This is a simple feature, but one I feel makes the overall experience a lot more engaging. I'm not going to go into great detail explaining how Closet for Anki works because honestly, I don't fully understand it myself beyond the fact that it just makes it easier to code JavaScript functions in Anki. But there are some important key features to highlight about this flashcard template if you plan on using it yourself. The first thing to understand is how to write the Closet syntax. If I open up a card in the card editor, you can see here in my answers field, I have all of my answer choices contained within these double brackets, and each answer choice is separated by vertical bars. This is very similar to how closed deletion flashcard works. You have to write your answer choices using this exact syntax so that Closet can transform these answer choices into a randomized multiple choice format. The correct answer, or answers, should go to the left of this pair of colons, and all of the incorrect answer choices go to the right of the colons. If you were making these flashcards manually, then you would have to type each answer choice into this field using this exact syntax. But because that sounds like a fate worse than death, I created a tool in Google Sheets which will automatically apply all of the Closet syntax to each of your answer choices without you having to do anything. I'll share a link to this Google Sheet in the description so you can use it if you want. It's set up very similar to the simple example I showed before, except that it has more answer choice columns for you so that it can accommodate more complicated questions if you want to use them. The only difference is that this sheet includes a function which will read through your answer choices, check which answer you said was correct, and then it will generate the Closet syntax for you. You just click on the Custom Scripts button and then select Process Questions. The first time that you use this Google Sheet function, you'll have to give it all of the permissions to access your Google Drive so that it can do its thing. But once you do that, it should work for you. It will try and scare you, but there's nothing to worry about in this code, and you can look through it if you want. If you just click on the Extensions button and then Apps Script, it'll pull up all of the code that you can read through and make sure that there's no funny business happening here. Once you've run the script, you just export your cards as a CSV file, which if you're using Sheets is automatically encoded in a UTF-8 encoding, and then you import it into Anki just like we did before. Just make sure that your fields line up correctly and that you're using my special note type, which I will link in the description. The last thing you need to do to make sure that this works for you is you need to download the Closet libraries and then drag them into your collection.media folder. Without these libraries, the Closet transformation won't work, and so if you don't see a nice list of multiple choice answers, but instead you just see this raw Closet syntax, then something's wrong. I've included the necessary libraries in the Google Drive link along with this Sheets template that you can use. Alternatively, you can download Kleiner Pirate's original note type. He figured out a way to package everything together in a way that I just could not replicate. If you need help finding your collection.media folder, I'll link the Anki manual and it will explain where to find it depending on which system you're using. It's really easy to find, and once you find it, you might as well pin it to your quick access menu for the future because we tend to go there a lot. Once you've got it open, just drag the libraries into your collection.media folder and you're all set to go. Let me know what questions you have in the comments. I will try and help you fix whatever issues you encounter. Oh, P.S. I just finished up version 2 of my Excelsior app, which helps you to add images to your flashcards before importing them into Anki by generating the HTML links that you'll need. This version should be cross-platform compatible, so if you'd like to try that out, make sure you sign up for my email list because I'll be sending it out for the next round of beta testing within the next couple of days. All right, goodbye.